Okay, everyone. Well, thank you everyone for coming in. I gotta be honest. This this is planned. Honestly, I never done a stream like this before. Like I heavily just set it all up because I don't really set up for these streams. I really just go with the flow and kind of do my own thing here. But I wanted to set up, get it all nice and clean, just for you guys to, just so you guys to know that this kind of professional. So we'll we'll be with this, and hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And happy March 10th to everyone. MAR10 Day to everybody here, because it's Mario Day from where we are now. And happy Friday to everyone, for anyone who doesn't celebrate Mario Day. I have the figurines right down there. So right over here I got the figurines. So yeah. So alright. So first off, we're gonna do kind of a little presentation. So I'm gonna go and switch to my display capture here. So we're gonna get started here. So this is gonna be a presentation. You won't see my face throughout all this, but whatever. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this well. So I'm just gonna do a little slideshow here of the history of the Super Mario games. So, as we all know that Super Mario Brothers and the four games are really iconic games. The NES to the SNES era of games are very iconic, and I really wanted to take the time out and kind of do this because, well, these are actually really, really special to me. So we're gonna get started with this presentation here. So the first game we're gonna do is Super Mario Brothers from 1985. So Super Mario Brothers was released in 1985, no surprise. And it was actually the first game that started a franchise that we all know and love today. So basically, it was like the start of a brand new, fresh thing, when you start something new, like a garden or something like that. It feels something like that, like a rebirth of the Mario series. So that's what it kind of felt like. So Super Mario Brothers is kind of like that. But here's a little summary. So I'm going to sum it up for you here. And this is going to be for like the 3 other games too. So it was simple for a game on the NES. You navigate Mario through 8 worlds and save a princess from a giant turtle. You saw in the background that there was Peach and Bowser over there. So it was simple for a game on the NES at the time. So this game wasn't really anything special. It was like a simple game, but it was a really iconic game for most people. And that's where most people got their start. And that's really something special. So as of this day, many Mario games follow this same formula, where you have to rescue Princess Peach and then rescue her from Bowser. So, this same formula happens in every single Mario game, like in every single Mario game. So, that's how it is. Now moving on to Super Mario Brothers 2: The Lost Levels. And no, not the Mario USA one. The Super Mario Bros. 2: The Lost Levels, the actual sequel of Super Mario Brothers 2: The Lost Levels. So, like it says, like I already said here, it's a direct sequel to the first game. and a lot harder. And this game wasn't released outside of Japan at all. And this game was kind of a tier, like most people have tiers of this game because this game was super difficult. So it was kind of like the first Kaizo Mario, like before the Kaizo Mario games. Like this was the tier inducing, raging inducing game that everybody was talking about then. And it was not released outside of Japan due to being very similar to the original Super Mario Brothers, because it had virtually no differences other than the fact that, a modified engine of the Super Mario Brothers games, level design and, just the different variations of enemies. So it was not released. That's one of the reasons why it's never been released here either. And plus, it's more difficult than its predecessor, which is where it gets its reputation from. But on the flip side, though, this game has many ports, especially the most iconic Super Mario All-Stars one, which was released on the SNES, which that was the good version of that one. And there was one that was Super Mario Bros. Deluxe a lot of the time. So that game as well, that was a port. Some things like that. So Super Mario Brothers 2: The Lost Levels, it's tear inducing, it's rage inducing for most gamers, and that's how it came to be, as its reputation. Now, the next game is Super Mario Bros. 3. So, given the success of the last two games, the next one was already in development at this time. So, Miyamoto was having a vision for all these games, and Super Mario Bros. 3, he wanted to make it different, and the development team did their best to actually bring those good games, those elements to life. And we got the Tanuki suit, we got everything that made it better than the last two games, because the last two games were virtually similar. And the other Super Mario Bros. 2, which that was a modified version of Doki Doki Panic, but you get the idea. Super Mario Bros. 3, on the other hand, it was virtually better. It had a world map, unique levels, new items, everything you can ask for in a mainline game. And it was released during a time, where the golden age of gaming was prominent. And similar to the predecessor, this game has many parts and remakes. So similar to Super Mario Bros. 2, The Lost Levels, it has many ports and remakes. Not as much, but it has many ports and remakes. Especially when it comes to the Wii U, and the Nintendo Switch, and just the Super Mario Advance games as well. Now, I know you guys are gonna love this one. Super Mario World. So, Super Mario World was released in 1991 for the SNES. And just like Super Mario Bros. 3, it was a huge game for Nintendo. Everything was made possible. And, during the time when the game was in development, a lot of ideas came together. And even the inclusion of Yoshi was one idea that Miyamoto wanted. Since the first game, but never came to fruition because of the NES's hardware limitations. But they made it come to life in Super Mario World. And when I tell you it's a big game, I'm gonna tell you it's a really big game. They remodeled this game heavily. They got a bigger overworld, they got better graphics, the levels, even the inclusion of Yoshi. And everybody loves Yoshi till this day because of this game. And also there's been a lot of games centered around him as well. Even the sequel right after Super Mario World, that's when he started becoming popular as well. And also they did have some staples that were in later Mario games. They did have some staples that were in later Mario games. Some things that would make Mario games prominent until this day. So Super Mario World was one of the bigger games that influenced the other games after that. And Super Mario World was kind of made to kind of show what the SNES's capabilities, hardware capabilities, was all about. So it's kind of just surreal that this game was really just a big game to begin with. So that's kind of the end of the presentation here. But you get the idea. Super Mario World was a big game. I'll be honest. And just the fact that we got many games, it's really just something. And that's something good. Alright, now we're gonna move on to some videos here. I think I'm gonna honestly just move on to videos here. But let me see what I can get here. Yes, of course, Mario is really iconic. I will be the first to admit Mario is very, very iconic. So it's really something. And I'm gonna turn up the sound for this. Well, I'm gonna turn up the sound of the video because, well, I don't want to. I don't want to get any copyright things here, so yeah. 1985 is when this came out. Okay. Alright. So, what we're gonna do now is kind of do I'm gonna kind of show some videos here about the games. So we're going to show some videos here. So let's see what we get here. Okay. All right. So alright. I'm only gonna show little parts of it. So here we go. This is the original Super Mario Brothers. And as you can see, it's virtually very simplistic. You can see that the levels are really simple in design, and the enemy placements are really simple. Just everything about it, it's very, very simplistic. And that's what the developers wanted to go for. The developers wanted to go for a simplistic game and wanted the game to be easy to pick up and play. So this game was kind of the building points, and was kind of the building blocks into what we know today, which is the Mario platformer games. And this is one of them. So you can see the first level was pretty easy. And I'm only going to show maybe like 2 or 3 levels, to be honest. I'm not going to show every single one of them here. But you can see level 2, you can get like Mario's walking into the pipe, and then we got the underground here. We pick up an item there, and very simple design with blocks and stuff like that. Just very simplistic in what we know. So just something that really caught my eye is that the Mario games have been really just in its early days. It's kind of been like this, where it just really like, yeah, I get it. Like, Super Mario Brothers 3, had some really good level design, and Mario World had some really great level design, which changed the perspective of this. But this and the sequel right after had some really simple level design changes, and that's kind of something. And Super Mario Brothers 2 made the landscape a little harder too, so that's something to keep in mind as well. I'm also going to show the sequel as well, along with the other 2 games. So, and also, I'm gonna give credit to those that made these videos. So I'm gonna give credit to those. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. Levels. Okay, so this is one of the other games. I'm gonna just okay. So as you can see, that was the title screen. So that was only a Mario game and a Luigi game. So it didn't have any 2-player action going on. It didn't have any multiplayer action going on. So you could pick between Mario and Luigi. Mario controls the same as he did in the original game, but Luigi had a little bit of difference. Luigi, on the other hand, was a little bit faster, but he slipped like the ground. Like, he runs fast, but then he slips on the ground like if it was ice. So if you want a more harder version of Super Mario Bros. 2, and you want to make it a little bit harder, then play with Luigi. Luigi is gonna be a little harder to play, but Mario is probably the one to go for beginners or something like that. And this game wasn't really for beginners. This game was like for experienced players, essentially. So this game was really just a way to test your skills, essentially. So, and this game was not really loved by a lot of people, and a lot of people call it like a like something from something from the like something from down there. So something from down the earth. So yeah. So I get it. It's got a reputation of being the hardest game out there, but you gotta admit it's not really that hard. It's not really that hard if you compare it to like Kaizo Mario, or you compare it to like one of those Mario Maker levels back in the day from Mario Maker. If you guys played Mario Maker back in the day. So this is really kind of no exception, but I get it. Most people really didn't like the game because of its difficulty spike at all. So you know, but that's really what Super Mario Brothers 2: The Lost Levels was. A kind of an expansion of the first game, but a little harder. So that's something for you. Okay, now we're moving on to Super Mario Brothers 3. Now, Super Mario Brothers 3 came in with a lot of changes. I'll give it to you. Super Mario Brothers 3 came with very much a lot of changes. So, I'll be honest, and it's one of those games that most people look back on, even with Super Mario World as well. Because this game had a lot of stuff that the other two didn't have. And Super Mario World just expanded on this game and made it a lot more fun. So, that's something. So here we go. There is the title screen. And this introduces the world map. So the first level, we have we have linear levels here. So there's no linear levels in this game, even though it's kind of been the same formula over the last 36 years, or over the last 32 years, I would say. And this game came out in 1990s, so it's been quite a while, over maybe like 30 years maybe. So this was kind of the first step of making Mario kind of iconic. So even though the first game made him into what he is today, I feel like this game was what made him into what he is today, with the platforming, with the different level designs, and it's just super good to see here. And I really have to admit that this game was something that most people didn't even know before. And a lot of people love this game, including myself. I would be the first to admit that this game was probably one of those games that I would really just go back and play, since it has a lot of replay value. And just it was something ahead of its time. And I like how it's done a good job of expanding between the two games. So it's really something. Looking back on this, it makes me really just butterflies in my stomach. So I really am just excited to get back into this. So you know even though this is a live stream, yeah. But like I said, yeah, this game was really just an expansion of the other two games, and especially with Super Mario World as well. Cause I'll be honest, I'll admit, this game was pretty awesome. I'll admit, and it really was great. At at this point, I think Nintendo was really hitting it home, and Super Mario World was just something that a lot of people would. Super Mario World was something that a lot of people would would move on from this game. So a lot of people liked this game for a little bit, and then a lot of people moved on to Super Mario World, since it was really just another game that did it so well that the developers decided to whip up. So this was really good. But alright. Here we go. Okay, Super Mario World. We're gonna move on to Super Mario World. Okay. Okay. So the title screen Nintendo presents. This is what people loved. And there was the inclusion of Yoshi. Yoshi was good in a sense, and people loved him. And there was a series made around him after this game, which the sequel, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, was the start of that. And there was many other games that featured the green dinosaur as well, but they were not really that popular until this game, and until after 1991, 92, maybe after the 90s, maybe. So you know this was a start, and it showed off the capability of the SNES's hardware. Like I said before, it showed off the SNES's hardware capabilities because of how big this game was, because this game takes a lot of elements from the last game from its predecessor and made it better. With the spin jumping, with the new items, the cape, the keys, a lot of secrets. Just a lot of things that you know many people would consider great to this day. And this game brought a lot of staples to the Mario series that we all know and love today. So all those staples that made Mario what is Mario today can be traced back to this game as well. So that was something a lot of people were kind of really excited about. And just this game was really just a start of games becoming popular. And alright, I guess that's kind of it. So I'm gonna just do the face cam here. Okay. So like I said, the face cam is something. Here we go. Okay. I couldn't imagine my gaming life without him. One of the first games I ever played. I played Contra before I ever played Super Mario Bros. 1 though. Yeah, I know. Super Mario Bros. 1 was pretty good. And you couldn't imagine your life without Mario. Listen, Mario is really iconic. Look, a lot of people love Mario, and I do too. And gaming wouldn't be what it is today without him. And the gaming industry would be the same without him. Look back at this. Because look, when the video game crash happened back in 1983, you know, what were most people going about? Because a lot of people a lot of people kind of a lot of people, and I mean a lot, the video game crash happened because of poorly made games. And without Mario, we wouldn't really have what we have today. The gaming industry wouldn't be the same. And we really got to thank him for that. And it's just, you know, the industry was in a really bad place in the 80s at that time, and companies are spending millions of dollars getting these games out and about, and Atari was hit the hardest because they produced really bad games, and Pac-Man, and I keep forgetting the one game that most people love to hate. It's the jeez, I forgot the one of those games that other people seem to hate, but oh, it's E.T. Jesus, E.T. Okay, E.T. was one of the games, and E.T. was not really that great of a game. Let's be honest, and Atari was really going downhill at that time as well. So Mario was one of the main reasons why the gaming industry is where it is today. And it brought a lot of companies out of the blue. Sony did that as well. E.T. and Pac-Man on the 2600, Atari 2600 are two of the worst games ever made. Yeah, and there was a lot of articles that they had that they there was a lot of articles, I think, about it, and they were put in a landfill. There was a big landfill where all the worst games were thrown out. You gotta be joking. Atari did terrible in that time, and it hit them hard. It hit them real hard, and Mario was saving grace at that time. So honestly, it was great, and yeah, I know Super Mario Brothers 2: The Lost Levels was really just a game that took the formula of the original Super Mario Brothers and made it a lot harder. And Super Mario Brothers 3 was an expansion of those two games. And then Super Mario World comes along, and it's a really big game, and it finishes what the other games have gone through. Odyssey, all those other games. It's just really something. So it's kind of just surreal, man. And hey, thanks for that. I really do appreciate your support.
No, dice, ya hablé. Dice que llegue por allá. Hey, Ray.
Hey,
How you doing?
good.
Good. Sí, voy por ahí a ver la trabajo de él. ¿Todo bien?
Hey, sorry, I'm gonna pause this for a minute.
Sí, dice que le quiero mucho.
Oh well. Anyways, okay. I'm losing tractors, but yeah, you could see that Super Mario Brothers was kind of one of those games. Oh, my favorite Mario memory. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that's a really hard question. I'll be honest. Um my favorite Mario memory. I'll be honest. Shit, I don't really know. I really don't really remember anything from that, but um, I'll have to say, this like last week of just like my favorite Mario memory. I'll have to say it's the Super Nintendo world, getting to meet Mario and Luigi during the last trip that I've been on. And honestly, it was pretty surreal. I gotta be honest. Um, this is really something I gotta give it to you. And that was one of those things that really just struck me, and getting to see the actual attraction was really something. And now if you're asking about it, an actual memory of mine, um I have to say Super Mario 3D Land. Super Mario 3D Land was one of those games that I had as my first game. And I was very excited. And one of those levels that I remember playing was was Special World 80. It was like something that I never experienced before. It was really something because it was the first time I ever unlocked. And that was back in the time when Super Mario 3D Land was just coming to fruition. I gotta be honest, it really was a great game to me. And I'll never forget the day that I got the game, to be honest. And it was just such a great experience. And that was the first ever game I ever picked up. And it was a Mario game. And a lot of the memories I've had were Mario. And just the fact that I got other systems as well. PS4, the PS4, just other systems. But I'll never forget my time with with the 3DS, because the 3DS, I'll be honest, the 3DS was a pretty good system. Granted, there could have been better games, but I'll be honest, Super Mario 3D Land was kind of my favorite memory throughout the time. So I really just am very grateful that I got Super Mario 3D Land is my first game. And even Mario Kart 7, because I remember that vividly as well. Mario Kart 7, I think I got it at GameStop at one point. It was like back in 2012, 2013. And I remember going to GameStop with my older brother, and I think my mom as well. My older brother and my mom came along for the ride, and for a ride as well. Cause I remember I was like 8 or 9, and I remember going to GameStop and seeing Mario Kart 7 on the shelf, and I was so amazed by that because Mario Kart 7 was pretty awesome. I give you that. Mario Kart 7 was a pretty good game, to be honest. And it was just like a year and a half to its life cycle, 1 or 2 years in its life cycle. And just the game in general was fun. And GameStop really did do justice with that game as well. So I'm thankful for that. And the fact that 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 Mario Kart 7 was pretty good. So I I really gotta I think that was my favorite memory. So my favorite memory was that just Mario Kart 7, and Super Mario 3. I have a lot of memories that were kind of like just my favorites. I just can't pick one, but mine was the day I first popped in Odyssey. Most fun I ever had. Yes, yes. Odyssey, when I first got the game, fun, real fun. I'll be honest, and I got it on Christmas Day as well. So I got my Nintendo Switch on Christmas Day, and I did have one Christmas where um I did have one Christmas where I got Mario Maker for Christmas, like back in 2015, and I popped in the game. It was really fun. That was when all the Nintendo Switch bullcrap happened. The Switch Online and stuff like that. Things were simple back then, but Nintendo had a failing system to go along with it during the time. So it was back in 2015. I was like 11, 12, I think, at the time. So I was like little. So 11 at the time. So it was like Christmas 2015. So that was something good. Another one of those memories as well. So that was something. A lot of great memories essentially. So lots of fun, great memories. I'll be honest. Lots of fun, great memories. I'll tell you. Lots of fun, great memories. It was just something. It was just something great. I don't know. During that time, like around 2015, maybe around 2011 to 2015, I don't know. During those days, I think gaming was a lot more simpler back then, and Nintendo did know what they were doing back then, except for the fact that the Wii U was just a massive failure. I gotta be honest, but because third parties didn't really know what to do at that point, so yeah, they had this way of just bringing everybody together. So yeah, and I remembered a lot of memories, and a lot of those memories were just me having fun with my mother. In a way where um, having fun with my mother, where we would play like Mario Party or Mario Kart, like GameCube or the Wii. My mother and I would just go ahead and just play for maybe hours on end when we just when we just have free time. I was just very little back then. I had nobody else to play video games with, so my mother had to go in and just play these video games with me. And she loved Mario too, and we just play together. And we played Mario Party, we played Mario Kart, and we played a lot of different games. But the Mario Kart and Mario Party were one of those games that were two of those games you know that me and my mother would really just like to play. And when we had some free time, my mother and I would just go ahead and sit on the couch, eat a snack together, and drink a soda or like a mineral water, and just kind of casually just play some Mario Party or Mario Kart during those free times, on Friday or Saturday nights. My older brother would sometimes play with us too every once in a while, but that was one of those other great memories as well. So a lot of great memories are made with Mario. So I really, I really did truly, I really truly thank Mario for bringing my family together as well. So it's just, it's just great. And like you said, Mario has this way of bringing everybody together, and it was great, really something, just so wonderful in a way. So you know, that's where most of my memories come from, and a lot of great memories as well. That was something. So yeah, my family used to play that as well. Mario Kart 7 just made me so happy when I first got my 2DS. Yeah, Mario Kart 2DS. Fortunately, I never had the Nintendo 3DS. 3DS, yeah. Even though it was like compatible with 3DS games, but like I said, the 3DS was one of those games that Nintendo did right. And it got a lot of sales essentially, so that was something. And it was the golden age of where Nintendo was thinking about kind of gamers first. Even though the hardcore crowd was kind of just sitting there on the sidelines, they thought about us casual gamers. I gotta be honest, of course. And it makes me kind of sad that with the Switch they're completely forgetting all about every gamer out there. The hardcore crowd, and the casual crowd that made them what they are today. They've forgotten all about us, and in this day and age, that's what makes that's what is very unfortunate. And I'll be honest, it's one of those things that
Thank you. Ahí está ya. Hasta el lunes. Ya la empiezo a poner arriba. Hey, hey.
hi, Papa.
¿Te en vivo o no?
Yeah.
Ok, sorry.
Yeah, so a lot of memories, a lot of memories. I'll be honest, and just something. And I don't know if you guys have had a Wii U during the time. My first Mario, I would tell you, my first Mario was Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS. That was my first game. So yeah, and going back on this again. So that was back when I was like 7 or 8, like almost 8 years old, and uh, I remember. I think I got it in the mail. So the 3DS is kind of my first system. So I got it in the mail, and it was like a bundle of the 3DS. So that was my first 3DS before I lost it, and it came in with the bundle of Super Mario 3D Land and the 3DS with it. So I got the bundle on it. So it was kind of like a gift, essentially, because I didn't know really about it, and my mother picked it up and gave it to me, and I was kind of ecstatic because the game was I never heard of the 3DS before, and the game in it was really something interesting, and you know that was really one of my first experiences with Nintendo, with just gaming in general. And I really am very happy for that. that was my very first Mario. And you probably could clearly say that Mario Kart 7 was my first Mario, but I'll be honest, Super Mario 3D Land was my first Mario. If you're looking something for for real for me, Super Mario 3D Land was my first Mario. So that was one. So that was one of the very first Mario games I ever played. If anybody's asking about that. Oh, bad memories? Bad memories. Jesus. God, never really had any bad memories other than Nintendo Switch. Other than like the Nintendo Switch other than the Nintendo Switch era, the Nintendo Switch era of games, with everything that's been going on, the Switch Online crap and stuff like that. The Switch Online was one of my worst memories ever because, I never thought there would be a day that Nintendo would put online on a damn paywall. Yeah, that that really just that makes me that putting one of the things that were free before behind a paywall is really just bad. And I remember vividly in 2018 when I first started the channel to when I first started the channel, I saw the trailer for the game for the Switch Online service, and I'm like, oh God, no, no, man, no, 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 you gotta be kidding me, a paywall for a, a, no- a thing that was free before? Like, are you kidding me? Like, what's the point of this? I was just so mad that day because that one of those experiences that I thought was free before, just gotten taken away and was put on a paywall on a lock. That was that was one of my worst memories, and I never forget that. I'll never forget the day that I saw the damn trailer, and I saw the prices for the Mario for the Nintendo Switch Online service. I never forget that day. I'll never ever forget that day, and it was just terrible. I'll say. But no, I don't really have any bad memories of Mario though. Not really with very bad memories of Mario because I don't really have many bad experiences with Mario because all of his games are pretty good. It's just the company in general that make it horrible for us. So I really don't have any bad experiences with Mario. Just the Nintendo Switch Online in general. It's kind of something. When I saw the trailer, just it was just why. My worst Mario memory was the time I lost my first complete Super Mario 64 save file. I was so sad. Yeah, I know. And yeah, another one of those memories was I lost the 3DS. So I lost my first 3DS. Luckily, I have a second 3DS. So the 3DS that I have that I still had there, it was actually my second 3DS because I bought another one, and I'll tell you why. So so I lost my 3DS. So I remember this. So it was like on a Sunday or Saturday night. It was like on a Saturday or Sunday night, or it was like in the afternoon or something like that. And we were, my family and we were at Costco. We were at Costco, and I remember I wanted to go to the bathroom, and I remember, I went to the bathroom, and I left the 3DS on one of those food court tables, those like dirty food court tables that Costco had, and I went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom for like a little bit, It was like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and next thing I know, I return, and my 3DS was gone. It just disappeared, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, my parents tried to find it, I tried to find it everywhere. I went back home and tried to find it. It was honestly super terrible, and I didn't notice it until we got back from Costco, and I'll be honest, I was sad. I was tearing up, because that was my first 3DS ever, and my first experience of a game, and just something that I lost so dear to me, and just that was one of those things that I never really looked back until now, and it still kind of haunts me to this day. So, you know, I'll be the first to admit I never lost a system until that day. So, and and when I got my second 3DS, I always knew that I had to protect it because I didn't want to lose the second one like I did the first one. And the same with my phone. I lost my phone once too. But I'm not gonna get into the phone incident. Oh yeah, I once lost my favorite toy ever like that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you, God. Yeah, the 3DS was right there, and I mistakenly left it on the food court like table there, and I didn't notice anything, and I didn't know that I lost it until after the shopping trip. So that was kind of one of the saddest days, and I'll be honest, it was one of those days that I never thought I would get to do that. But anyways, yeah. So that's one of my bad memories of Mario. A very sad memory indeed, but I'll let this be a lesson to everyone, and let this be a lesson to gamers who have consoles, or who have handheld consoles. Never, never, ever, and I mean ever, leave them in a public place. Like, if you're going to the bathroom, take it with you. Take it with you so it never gets lost. Like like a Game Boy, like you're gonna lose the Game Boy easily. Like, take the Game Boy with you and put it in your pocket, because otherwise, if you just leave it there like I did that day with my 3DS, you know, and you're gonna lose it, and you probably don't know where you're gonna find it, and probably somebody has already picked it up by then. So that could happen one day. So let that be a lesson to every gamer, everyone out there, because you might never know when you lose something, and you might never know that you might misplace it there, and you lose it, and somebody has already picked it up, and you don't know where it is. So, yeah. One lesson for you right there. Okay, but anyways, we're gonna go and do the quiz here. We're gonna do like a quick quiz here. So here we go. We're gonna do the ultimate Mario quiz. So I'm gonna need to read this. Which of the Mario games came first? So if you guys are noticing, I'm gonna be taking a quiz now. So we're gonna be taking a quiz. So the first question is, which of the Mario games came first? Mario Odyssey, Run, Mario Bros, New Super Mario Brothers. Mario Bros, because that was an arcade style. In which game did Mario first appear? Ice Climber, Donkey Kong, The Legend of Zelda, or Kid Icarus? Donkey Kong, of course. What was Mario's original name? Spanner Dude, Paolo, Jumpman, or Fabi, or I don't even know how to pronounce the last one. Jumpman. What kind of job did he do before plumbing? A baker, a carpenter, a dentist, or a poet? Our carpenter. Bowser hasn't always been a villain. In which game was he one of the good guys? Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, Mini Mario Friends Amiibo Challenge, Mario and Donkey Kong Minis on the move, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. Okay, I'm not gonna answer that question. In which year was the Super Mario Bros. Film released? 1993, 2001, 2007, or there hasn't been ever a Super Mario Bros. Film ever? 1993. The last film was a disaster. I like this other film. This recent Mario film. What is the name of the level featured in every version of Super Mario Kart? Apple Avenue, Thunder Island, Hiccup Highway, or Rainbow Road? Rainbow Road, I believe. Why do Mario and Luigi have mustaches? Because they were born with them. It was hard to give the characters facial expressions in early versions of the game because they don't have razors because it's fashionable. What was Princess Peach's name originally? Princess Toadstool, Princess Apple, Princess Tangerine, or Princess Raisin? Toadstool. How does Mario smash bricks in the platform game? With his forehead, with his spanner, with his hand, with his mustache? With his forehead. With his hand. Great. 9 out of 10. Great work. You really know your Mario trivia. Great. Let's see. Let's take a Princess Peach quiz. Princess Peach of the Mushroom Kingdom is far more than just Mario dances and just stress. How much do you know about her? Where is Princess Peach from? The Toaster Republic, the Mushroom Kingdom, the land of Lincoln, or Madu City. The Mushroom Kingdom? Pink, of course, black, rainbow, or red? Pink. Which one of these is their symbol? This one, this one, this one, or this one? I would have to say this one. Who's their best friend? Princess Daphne? Princess Dandelion? Princess Daisy? Princess Dogtooth Rose? What the hell? Oh god. Princess Daisy. Who keeps kidnapping Princess Peach? Bowser, Yoshi, Mario, or Luigi? Bowser, of course. Princess Peach's grandma is a very nice old lady, a toad, a witch, a professional wrestler. We never heard of her grandma. What? A very nice old lady, I believe, maybe. What is her power in Super Mario Bros. 2? Lightning bolts, hovering, invincibility, Super Smash Punch. Hovering. In Super Princess Peach, what was the name of Princess Peach's talkie parasol? Perry, Carrie, Jerry, or Terry? Perry, I would say. Also in Super Princess Peach, who is she hypnotizing and marrying? Yikes. Yoshi, Bowser, Luigi, or Yoshi. Bowser. Princess Peach was designed by Nintendo. Which country is Nintendo from? Japan. Okay. Wait, what are my results? Oh. Oh, it's not a very nice. It's not a very old lady. It's not a very nice old lady. It's a toad. She hasn't. They never specify what it was because it's not Toadsworth. Because Toadsworth looks like a grandpa. My mom is. Okay, my mom lost her keys by leaving it at a restaurant. Eventually, she had to wake me up at 2 a.m. and I had to open the door for them. You should bring back Mario 35 for the rest of the month. Yeah, of course. That would be something. Okay. Which Mario character are you? Which Mario Kart 8 character are you? Ultimate Luigi quiz. Honestly, I'm thinking of doing the Super Mario Maker 2 personality quiz. Let's see here. How many platforms would you have per level? 2, as many as I can, or 10, or 5. I'll have about maybe, I would say about 2. I would say about 2 actually, or honestly, I'm gonna change it to many as I can. Maybe, actually no, I can't change it. I'll put it at 2. Would you flood every level with lots of enemies? I'll do maybe 1 or 2. I would say that you shouldn't add as many as you shouldn't add as much enemies as you do in Super Mario Maker 1. That was the problem with Super Mario Maker 1. Like, you had enemies on top of enemies. So you had a tower of enemies, or you had like enemies from every corner. That was something bad. And you know, the levels were extremely difficult because of that, and weren't not really fun difficult. They were cheap difficult. Would you play some following platforms into your game? Maybe a couple here or there. Upwards and crushing pillars or saw blades. You know, I'll keep you on your toes. Don't worry. How many coins would be available on each level? I'll place coins on slopes. That would be fun though. How many power-ups would be available for your characters? I use them sparingly. They'll be everywhere. A few here and there just to give you a chance. They'll be there, but you really have to look for them. A few here and there. Would you add arrows to help your players know where to go? I would say maybe, I don't know. I would have to say a few here or there, because I'm not gonna add it every like waking moment. No, I'm not gonna add that. Would there be water hazards in your level? Probably not. The level would be drier than a week old biscuit. No. What direction would the game scroll? I'll occasionally go from left to right. That should be one fun level I could do. How is it likely that anyone can complete your game? Skilled players, maybe. I'll say. Your Super Mario Maker 2 style easy. Of course. I wouldn't go for just I mean I'll go normal, but I wouldn't go for like extremely hard, like, you know, Super Mario Bros. 2 or those like terrible levels back in Super Mario Bros. 1. Super Mario Maker 1. I mean, everyone does stand a chance of completing my game, so that would be something. If I ever make a game, that would be something. Yeah, I should. I really should, honestly. But I have a little problem with that. Listen, I don't have the Switch Online service, and if I did have the Switch Online service, I would definitely boot up. I would definitely boot up Mario Maker in like an instant. But I don't. But I really just don't know though if I'm gonna do it. On Dashy's Mario Maker videos, God, dude, I'll say this. Dashy's Mario Maker videos are hilarious. I'll be the first to admit they're hilarious. I like when he just goes ape shit. I just love when he goes like go crazy on those levels. Like he yells instantly about those levels because you know, because it's hilarious. His whole thing is hilarious, and I'll be the first to admit. He's one of those YouTubers that can always make everybody laugh. I've seen that, and you know, I've checked out his other channels as well, Dash XP or Dash XP2 as well. Checking out his cooking videos, his ghetto videos as well. Those are freaking hilarious, especially the one about the ghetto teacher one. That one as well. That was really hilarious as well. So, you know, my opinion on those Dashy Mario Maker videos. Really good, honestly. Really hilarious too. So those are really good videos to check out. I got a really good laugh one too, though. So yeah. I just danced the intro in every single video. It was so great, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just dance the intro in every single video. So that was super duper great. It's funny. It's funny that he does that. It's real funny. I'll be the first to admit. It's really really funny. And yeah. That's something. Wow. Alright. It's alright, it's been like an hour. Honestly, this has been a really great stream. I'll be happy to admit this was a really good stream. Him and Corey should really go on tour. Of course. But I don't know who's Corey though. But Dashy definitely should go on tour. And he should dance to the intro when he's on tour. He's like he should be like dancing to the intro when he's on tour. He should be like dancing to the Mario Maker music. I don't know who Corey is, but Dashi and him should really go on tour though. Cause honestly, I would love to see Dashi in person, just like dance to the Mario Maker intro. It would be so hilarious, man. It would be really hilarious. It would be really really hilarious. Still don't even know who that is though. Is he a gaming channel? Oh, really? He's he's a really close friend of Dashi. Wow. Nice. Honestly though, um, that would be really something. It'll be great. Honestly, I would love to see those two just, be on tour. Really? Oh, wow. I should really check them out then, cause I haven't really I'm already seeing the article here. Well, okay. I really, man, honestly, this was a really good stream. I'll be honest.
Sí, ahorita no. Hi,
Hi, Papa. I'll be honest, this was a really good stream. Thank you to everyone who's been here, and you know, any channels I could recommend you. Ooh, um, um, oh, oh, I got a really good channel. I got a really good one here. Have you heard of Johnny versus the. Well, well, his channel, he does game reviews. So, he does a lot of game reviews, like on the Sonic games and stuff like that. I'll show you like his channel, and I'll tell you. I think I got his channel right here. I would say. Some call me Johnny. Yeah, it's it's this one. Some call me Johnny. Reviewer, entertainer, coffee drinker. Yeah, one of my favorite videos. I'll put up his like Super Mario. Like it was like the month of Mario. It's this review. This review was one of my favorite reviews. It's this one. And I actually like his video about it. So, he gets all frustrated and crap about it. So, he is really just going bad on this. So, he did a really good review on this one. And I'll show you my favorite part, which I actually took inspiration from this. I actually took inspiration from this, actually. I actually gonna play it for you. Let's see.
Wait, is he coming towards me? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! As if regular Hammer Brothers weren't enough, we also get their evil cousins, where they don't stop moving towards you!
Yeah, it's that part exactly. It's that part exactly. Oh my god. Oh dear god. That's so hilarious, dude. That's so freaking hilarious. That's so freaking hilarious. I would tell you that. That was one of my favorite things about that review. Is that he kind of tries to get away from the enemy, and he says the S word a lot. So it honestly is a really good review, a good laugh actually. So that was one of the videos I recommend. That's one of the YouTubers I recommend. I'm honestly subscribed to a lot of other channels as well. Um, oh yeah, gaming historian, that one as well. Yeah, he's got really good reviews on his channel as well. Yeah, that he does really good reviews too. He's one good is he's one good gaming channel that I recommend as well. He's got really good detailed reviews. I'll be the first to admit he's got some really great detailed work. I'll be the first to admit, even better than I can do in like in quite a day. So yeah. Anyways, um, those are the two I can really just recommend. But okay, I'll have to end this soon. But anyways, um, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this stream so far. I really I really would like you guys to I really would like you guys to comment on this stream as well. If you guys could do that for me, you can. And honestly, I'll have the video up by tonight. Depending on how I do on this video, I will go ahead and make the history of Super Mario Brothers through world tonight. This video is gonna take quite a while, and I'm gonna do that. Ah, I haven't heard of him, but I'll check him out on my own time. But thank you for reminding me. Anyways, let me see who he is. Ah, it's this one. Yeah, I'll check him out on my own time here. But thank you for telling me. But anyways, new review. But yeah, I'll check them out on my own time. But anyways, I'll end this stream, and a new video will be coming out tonight. Like I said, the history of Super Mario Brothers through Super Mario World. That video will be released tonight. I will assure you. But if not, I'll release it sometime tomorrow. Okay? I'll be a guarantee today or tomorrow. Depending on those 2 days and depending how I do on the video, that's what I'm gonna do. And anyways, if you guys have any questions, send them over to my social media. I have a Twitter. If you guys want to send me questions over there, or if you guys want to send a question into the website, I will gladly go ahead and make a question sort of thing here. So, but I'll be updating the website quite shortly as well. So, yeah. But anyways, I'll be heading out now. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Have a good day, everyone, and see you guys tonight, or see you tomorrow for a new video, depending on when I get it done.